I wonder if I could do that in real life.
The shoulder charge has been a move used in real war, and even more so in video games, that have multiple purposes over genres and eras, and there are few that are as satisfying as the Reinhardt shoulder charge from Overwatch. There's something about just grabbing a hold of someone and pinning them against the wall and feeling their nails dig into your back. But can you actually generate enough force? Is it actually realistic that you have enough momentum and velocity and power to charge into somebody and instantly kill them the second that they come in contact with the wall? And unfortunately, because of the woke mind virus, I'm not allowed to kill people for YouTube. So I need to figure out a way to test how much force it would require to kill somebody, hypothetically. But I think before we get into any of that, the important thing is actually how to define death. Okay. I spent a lot of time reading through books and documents and things, trying to figure out how to define death, which is like not a straightforward thing to do, especially now in today's age. Because back in the day, death was really easy. You'd walk around, you'd see a guy on the ground, you'd like kick him or poke him or something, and if he groaned, he was kind of alive, and if he didn't, he was dead. And it's a little more complicated with like war and stuff, because like let's say you get shot in the chest with like an arrow, right? You're probably fucking dead. It's a fatal wound. Like you're not dead, but like you are going to die. It's pretty confirmed. And so I've looked around for the medical definition, the philosophical definition, the religious definition of what death is. And the general consensus is for most Western religions, and assuming you're not divinity, right? So if you're not SoCal Asian, listen up. Death is when you die and you don't come back. Pretty simple. So within the medical definition, if your heart stops, you are technically dead, but you haven't died. This becomes especially more complicated with ventilators. Now there are people who are hooked up to machines and are alive purely artificially, which basically required a new definition of death. And it added this concept of like vegetative state, brain death. Now it's no longer a heart issue or a lung issue, because we can keep you alive without those things. Now it's like, does your brain work? And it's really hard to define when brain death happens. We're pretty good at it, but there are definitely people that fall through the cracks, and our understanding of brain death in like comatose patients and things like that is actually very crappy. There are people who've come back from brain death diagnoses after days, months, years, and of course the longer the brain death, the less likely the recovery, but it still happened, right? I mean, to their credit. And there are lots of people who are kind of pushing for the change in that verbiage and stuff like that. I kind of got lost in the sauce a little bit, if it wasn't kind of obvious, because I'm not putting anybody or anything on a ventilator. I'm not gonna be nursing something back to health. I'm here to kill, to fucking smash. My goal is to basically do as much irreparable damage as physically possible. I mean, in my mind, I'm about to shoulder charge somebody and I clip them right against the wall and their head just fucking explodes. So with that understanding, even just like a fatal injury is gonna be good enough for me. I'm gonna set up some targets, victims, to try and gauge how much force I can actually input onto something or someone. And I'm also gonna clean myself up a little bit, or maybe a lot of it. You know, I wasn't actually ready for that to work. Fuck, okay. So, measuring force output is not the most straightforward thing in the world. When it comes to charging at something, there's lots of like force gauges and things, and you could buy one of like a crappy foam pad for like boxers to practice on. But I want something like a little more visceral, something a little more real life. And so what I've been thinking is, or what I've been looking at is, fish. I was looking at kind of the hierarchy of things that I could kill without people like being mad at me. So like at the very bottom's like ants, you know, and then there's like worms. But then it occurred to me, in the state of Oregon, or just really anywhere in the world, there's a concept of invasive species. And there is an invasive species of fish within Oregon called carp. So the goal is to fish, which I've never done a fucking day in my life, maybe once. Try to catch carp and then shoulder charge it to see if I can one-shot it or not. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Gurm, where's the fish? People, you're clearly not outdoors. And I had this thought, I had this epiphany, that Reinhardt wears armor when he kills people. I need to kind of make like kind of a cosplay. I need to do something that like is kind of Reinhardt-esque, but I can't make armor. That would take too much time. Like I can't make actual shoulder pads and like an actual knight armor and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna actually make armor. You know what I should do? I should make chainmail, because chainmail is kind of like a kind of in between a costume thing. And now I just kind of have like actually armor, right? It's kind of hard to. It's heavy as shit, but I have like basically a pretty functioning coif. There are some problems with it. It goes down to about my nipples. This took so long, and it's so close to done. I almost want to do more, but it's actually not close to done at all, right? Because I still have to do the sleeves and the chassis, and that's just so much time and energy. And fishing season's almost over. You can also tell that I don't have them quite fully attached here, but it's kind of nice because now it feels really godly when I jingle. You may also notice that I have a female bust. This took over 60 plus hours, and I wasn't going to spend 60 plus hours looking at a male's bust. Okay, that just wasn't gonna happen. It is cool. I mean, it's electric fence wire. It's like really, it can block knives and shit, right? You know what I mean? It can probably even block stabs. Oh, no fucking way! I just drew blood on myself. All right, I put on a little something just because it actually makes getting the chainmail on and off a lot easier, and also the hair. The like rough edges and the uncut rings pull out the hair. But yeah, I think the only thing we have left to do is kind of catch the fish. All right, so it's the ass crack of dawn, 7:30 in the morning. This is the fit.
One thing I've noticed since wearing the chainmail is a lot of Don Quixote types keep challenging me to duels, and they keep telling me to draw steel, and they don't seem to be ready for the type of steel that I draw, because I just hit him with one of these. You know what I mean? Like, I'll even do it like a thug. I'll do it like a gangster. I'll do it like this. Or even Soul Eater style. I'll do it with one of these. They're not ready for it. Regardless, we're a couple miles out from the fishing spot, so I'll see you guys there, and hopefully the gunshots didn't scare them all off.
I've never done this before. I did line my rod and stuff before heading out. I'm probably gonna watch a quick YouTube video before I head out and actually try to throw a line or anything like that, just for competency's sake.
So you want to learn how to shoulder charge an invasive species.
So I did a couple practice throws. I'm not very good, but I'm gonna bait a hook and just wait, and then see what happens when I sit out here for a while. I don't even know if this is a good spot. This is kind of a hunting and fishing area. I hear gunshots in the background, but I'm just kind of on some dock at some RV park. I got a pretty good cast out. I'm getting better at it. You can kind of, I think you can maybe see my buoy in the distance. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we just sit here and wait. I don't really know if there's anything else to it. This is the whole meme. Just sitting here. Me and my fishing pole. I thought I caught something because I thought I felt a little tug on the line, and it was unironically, it was seaweed. Look at this, man. Like, what am I gonna do with that? Like, it's fucking Toontown, dude. I bet I'm gonna catch a boot out here. That's not even the hook. That's the hook. That's the sinker. Weight thing.
I switch spots. Watch this drive. Pretty good for a first timer, right?
Okay, I went to go grab a book because I was getting kind of bored, and the fucking sneaky bastards stole my worm. Because I saw a bird hovering over my buoy, and I'm like, I don't want to catch a bird. That's not what I'm here for. And the dogs, dude. What the fuck? How'd they even manage that? Now I gotta go through the nightmare process of fucking torturing another worm to put it on the fucking hook, which doesn't count as me when I'm torturing my worm late at night. Worm number 2, relatively securely on there. That one fought a lot more than the other one, which is fucking disgusting to say out loud. I've been out here for like 2 hours, and I think the reason people come out here so early is not because, first I'd like to say I'm gonna call it. Second, I think I figured out the reason fishermen come out so early is because it gets hot as shit out, and there's fucking nothing. There's no shade out here, ain't dick out here. It just gets hot. And you dress kind of warm because you start so early in the morning. And then next thing you fucking know, sun's out, blinding you. We'll try and find another place tomorrow. So we'll see how it is. All right, I made it to the next spot. It's a little smoky out. I don't know if you can tell. There's a forest fire happening near us. I prepared a little bit better. I brought a chair this time. See, a little camping chair. And that's gonna make all the difference. I just know it is. I'll be the first to admit that I feel ridiculous walking around in chainmail in public, but I really like walking around with a fishing pole. It makes me feel like Huckleberry Finn or something. It makes me feel like a local neighbor boy. You know what I mean? All little boys should walk around with fishing rods. If they're ever on bikes, they should have little baskets with baguettes in them. Oh, the dream. There'd be a lot of changes if I was a leader of any kind. All right, line is cast. There was a guy over there on a boat, but I think he saw me and decided to dip. But it does give me hope that I'm in the right spot. The chainmail is really heavy, and for some reason, when it's exposed to my skin for a really long time, it makes me feel sick. I don't know what it is. Now we just wait. We wait for a bite. My line broke. My buoy got stuck somewhere, and now have broken line. I've been out here for a minute. I don't think this is gonna be a success. Fishing's a lot harder than the DreamWorks kid makes it out to be. That kind of means that drastic times call for drastic measures.
Thank you for shopping at Winco Food.
Did I hit him even? I don't know if I missed him, but his eye is bulging out, so I don't think I quite nailed him. Fucking goddamn it. Ow! I don't know how many times in a row I can do this without saying that I actually can't shoulder charge a fish. I would feel like a failure of a man. You can kind of tell I'm getting under him. Like you can see him chewing up the wall here. I just can't if I could fucking nail him right here. He's already lost his eye. Dude, okay, you're never gonna believe this. I think the fish is parrying me. Look at this. This is how it ended up. Like that one, I fucking got his ass. But I got him and he just went flop back. All right. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, it's maybe too low. So I think maybe I'm gonna put it higher up, so that way I can just be level with it and I can't miss almost. You know, see what I'm saying? It's shockingly hard. How does Reinhardt do this all the time? I think I can't kill something with a shoulder charge. How am I supposed to provide for my family in a hunter-gatherer type of situation if I can't even explode this fish's skull? This is kind of the damage we're looking at here. I mean, I was hitting it. I was hitting the wall pretty hard. Obviously, I have the screws from screwing in the fish. And my shoulder's covered in fucking bullshit, whatever that is. I don't know. I have very mixed feelings. I think might have to chop this one up to a failure. Because I was hitting them. I swear I was hitting them, but...
So the video is finally done. It took a really long time to make this. Admittedly, I had some real life stuff that I had to deal with, which I know none of you guys care about, and you shouldn't. But there's a lot of stuff and footage that I recorded that I don't remember making. And one thing I'm really glad I said during the green screen portion was even just a fatal injury is going to be good enough for me. And I think I did that. I think I accomplished that. I didn't want to show the aftermath, like the proper aftermath of the fish, because it's actually quite gruesome. And I don't know what YouTube allows for terms of service and stuff like that. I think I did achieve the fatality of the fish, and I'm actually kind of glad I didn't catch a real fish, because doing that to a real fish would have made my fucking stomach turn. Because there's no way I would have killed it on the first go. Like, I would have killed it eventually after multiple fucking goes, but it would not have felt good. I think part of the success for why Reinhardt has such success shoulder charging people is that he does admittedly have a rocket propeller strapped to his back. Maybe if I had a little more money, that's an option we could explore in the future, maybe like a Redux kind of option, but maybe not right now. And I'd probably have real shoulder pads. That would also help really too. After some light Googling, it turns out you actually need hundreds, if not thousands of pounds of force to crush a human skull. Skulls are actually quite solid. But a man can hope, a man can dream. Regardless, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll smell you guys later. Bye-sies.
For those of you who thought I wasn't putting my heart on the line, all right, I'm getting ready to shower here because I fucking reek of fish. Okay, look at this, dude. Look at me putting my heart on the line. You can even see that, like that fucking the worst one, the brightest one. This one, that's me eating a nail, dude, that I fucking put into the wall. I was trying so hard, I promise.